I've got brown hair. And I'm in Japan. We're in Japan. And that's Jess, and that over there is Nikita. And the reason we're here is because Nikita subscribed to the channel, reached out to us, and said, I'm buying this house in Japan. Why don't you come and help me renovate it? We said yes, and we're starting off by doing a plywood ceiling in a future guest house. She pulled down the old ceiling, it was really, really low, she added all this insulation.
Month?
It took me a month.
And why did you do all this?
Because Scott told me to.
And now, in keeping with the theme of the building, we're going to install this lovely timber ceiling. Enjoy!
Is this graffiti?
No, so this is the marking of the original maker. So it tells you who made it and what era. So it's Showa era, and it's got the name of the maker.
So the plywood is 1 meter by 2 meters. So this is 1 meter and 22. And this is 2 meters and 22.
Yeah, I've got pins.
And you got the famous Dogyu bar. This is the best nail bar.
Really?
And they make them in Japan.
Oh, I just got that at the little local hardware.
Yeah, well, it's probably run of the mill here, eh?
Yeah.
Right, straight to the seeds. Is that a little trowel?
It's a miniature trowel.
Oh my god.
It's so cute.
Amazing.
You know that'd be really great for? Like icing cakes.
I mean, that looks like a chalk line to me.
It says light maker.
Line maker.
これはこれをこのチョークボードこれはこれの僕これですから
Ink.
We got everything we needed in this wee shop. Everything.
Even my loofah. Hey, you laugh, but I bought one of those and only hung it at like a $2 shop.
Yeah.
And I've never found one again. And that's the first time I've ever seen it. I'm like, oh, this is what I've been looking for like 8 years.
It's so hot. It's so hot today. So muggy. So I'm holding a box in the middle. If you just pull it a little bit tighter, Nikita. We've got the plywood going between 2 beams, and those 2 beams might not be perfect. How old is this house? 90 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't expect the beams to be perfect. So what we do is we find a center line, arbitrarily, it doesn't have to be in any particular place. You ping a string line, and then you put another line in the center of your plywood, and then that's your reference point. So I measure from here to there, and then from there to there. And I do the same thing on the plywood. And then I can cut abnormal lines and get it all fitting. All blacks.
Just to reiterate,
Had to represent.
She is Australian.
Well, I just learned Australians love New Zealanders, but apparently New Zealanders are a bit iffy about Australians.
No?
Explain yourself, Jess.
No, I'm not. I love Australians. There's a bit of a cliche of Kiwis being like, oh, the Aussies. It's just an inferiority complex. Just because they beat us at rugby from time to time. Only time to time.
That's
Very
right.
rarely.
Not when it matters.
And the funniest part about it is Australians don't even know it exists. It's just Kiwis throwing wee stones at Australians.
Hey,
Literally.
pay
Yeah.
attention to us. So is that now the right width for the ceiling?
Should be. Fingers crossed.
Oh, okay, yeah.
The other way first.
Like that. And then you stay low and I go high. So we might need a... Yeah, why don't we go up... Yeah, can you... Is this enough space for you to get up there? I think it's too... The jaw... It's too tight. Like, it'll fit eventually, but we have to go in more straight. Okay. That's the problem. The problem is we're having to go up on an angle because it's too long. Doesn't necessarily mean we need to cut it in half. But if we cut off like
just a section.
Yeah, like whatever.
Nikita, what's that? Is it a political party?
I think so.
Yeah, and then we can get up here and move that one in.
They did that in the 90s in New Zealand. They drive around on cars.
With the big megaphones on top.
Yeah. So what's the solution?
Cut a little bit off the end. It's not muggy like this in Nelson, that's for sure. Okay, take 2. If we've done this right, we should be able to go straight up. Like so. Oh, there we go. Really subtle nails there.
Yeah.
That's what we want. You have to squint to see them.
So, you know how we tally 5 if you're counting? So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in Japan, my boss taught me you use the kanji for, I think it's tadashi, which means correct. So you would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stroke order is really important in kanji. So you start left to right, top to bottom. I hope I got it correct, but don't kill me if I got it wrong.
Should we get some edamame? I love edamame.
Yeah. In today's episode of Smoko Time, we have a inari, I think.
It's just rice with seaweed and pickled plum.
What are they called again?
Onigiri.
Onigiri.
What did I call them? I called them something completely different. Inari.
Yeah, so I know about onigiri, but I don't know, I just didn't anticipate I would like them so much. Nomi.
Nomimono.
Nomi.
Mizu o nomitai desu.
Because I know mizu.
Yeah.
Mizu nome mono onegaishimasu? Or just mizu.
Mizu onegaishimasu or mizu o nomitai desu. Like, I want to drink some water.
Nomitai desu. So that means I want to drink it. Well, in this situation,
Or mizu onegaishimasu.
can I just say arigatou gozaimasu? Arigatou gozaimasu for this mizu?
For this mizu? From
Don't have to translate this one. At the Pro Material Center. Free coffee for the workers from 7 till 9. How cool is that?
Yeah, bunnies, take note.
Looking at lights. The bigger one? Yeah. Alright. Just gonna have a quick look down this aisle.
And let's just sit outside.
Yep. That's bright enough.
to me.
Is it that theme we're hitting again? Okay. The thing about Japanese ceilings, you don't need a ladder. I feel like Raymond.
Where's the fan?
That is too much.
It's the best thing I've bought in Japan.
What kind of battery is it?
It's just like a battery pack, like a rechargeable that you use for your phone or anything.
Oh.
Portable. Like,
So you could use anything.
yeah, just USB.
Stop. So how do I...
Yeah, just press once.
Oh, it's in... Whoa! Oh, that's so refreshing.
So effective.
Oh my word.
It puffs out at the back, huh?
Well, that's where the fans are.
Oh, you look like a dinosaur. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're buying one for sure. This is incredible. Alright, let's do it. Okay, that's good. Sounds like an airbed deflating. So another little obstacle, we've been putting the bottom of the sheet, we've been lowering it down to get the top of the sheet in first. But this is in the way now. So we're going to try and do it over there and move it along. Usually when you do a ceiling like plasterboard or something, you make the sheets a bit narrower than they need to be, maybe 5 to 10 mil all the way around when you get up to a wall, and then you've got plenty of room to like maneuver it and get it in there, and then you just cover it up later. But because this is plywood and that's the finish, that's that, we're trying to get it as tight as we can to everything. Yeah, so it's possible, it's just difficult. Feels like a crime to be cutting Japanese joinery. Take that off and deal with it later. Should we try again?
I don't want to hear that defeatist attitude. I want to hear you more happy.
Let's do it! I can't wait! Okay on the ladder?
Yeah.
Okay, well this is down enough. It will be enough.
We've got this.
This one's...
I'm just glad I'm not doing it alone.
Yeah.
Take 4. Oh, so classy. Yay!
Yeah, first go.
It's your first try at the 4th time. I've been reading In Praise of Shadows by Junichiro Tanizaki, and it's totally changed the way that I look at design, and specifically Japanese architecture and design. The use of shoji screens, the use of geometric shapes, the use of shadows. Honestly, I love it so much, and I know Scott's the same. Nikita's house has so many of the elements that Tanizaki talks about, and as she renovates, she wants to hold on to the historic feeling of the house, but just bring it up to a modern standard. Milano is a tool for organizing creative projects, and today's sponsor, Sugoi! Milano is a great place to keep all of your design inspiration in one place and get an overall sense of your project and how it's going to feel. Scrapbooking inspiration for a new ceiling was a great way for Nikita to decide on a style. Milano helps you see color palettes, textures, and materials all together. You can add to-do lists, notes, color swatches, and arrows to different elements in your project board. You can add product links when you find fittings or pieces that you want to buy. Creating subboards is a great way to keep things organized. For example, a mood board on one board and then building plans on another. I'm a very visual person, and actually I think a lot of people are. So having everything together, all the textures and the colors and the finishes, makes it a lot easier for me to visualize the project and make a decision, and then ultimately finish the project. If you're unsure where to begin, you can use the built-in template picker to get you started. Milano has over 100 built-in templates for any kind of creative project. I use the renovation project plan for this main board. I really like the Milano clipper tool. Wherever you're on the internet, if you find an image that you like or a product that you like, you can clip it to your Milano board, and then when you go back onto Milano, you can sort it within your chosen board. It's like a giant scrapbook, whiteboard, pinboard, team space, all in one. And then if you want to share your work, you can invite your friends, your colleagues, your partner, or maybe Nikita to give some feedback and collaborate on the project. I shared this board with Nikita so that we can give any feedback or guidance on building, and also so that we can get inspiration from her house. So we'll definitely be using Milano for the next part of our project to collect ideas and inspiration. Milano is available for free with no time limit. So if you have a project or a creative endeavor, give it a go and sign up for free using the link in the description. Arigatou gozaimasu, Milano.
We had the bright idea of coming to the local spring to fill up our drink bottles, but then we totally forgot our drink bottles.
We have one drink bottle between 3.
Natural spring.
Wow.
So it's like particularly good for you. Spring water's full of minerals.
I think this will tell you where it's from and then all the like things it's good for. That makes the coffee taste better.
Probably the minerals and stuff. Why do I do that?
She's learning the hard way because this is with a circular saw freehand. Usually when we do plywood ceilings like this, we do it with a track saw and it's a lot easier.
Didn't curve at the end this time.
Woo! Nicely done.
First try, guys.
Yeah!
First time.
First
That was
time we
easy.
got out of the first go.
Yeah, we did actually. Amazing. Hawaii!
I don't think it's cute, Scott. I think what you mean is sugoi.
Sugoi!
Dekita!
What does that mean?
We did it!
Can I put one in?
Yeah, of course you can.
Jeez. I always do this. It's involuntary.
Oh, well that's done, it's done.
Okay, cool. Happy to help.
Cool.
Kita wa kakkoi no hito desu.
Nakita wa kakoi no hito desu.
Yeah, no, it sounds like I'm telling you how to say that I'm cool.
How's your costume going, Jess?
My costume.
Yeah.
Today I've dressed up as me. Nah, they're great. Making me feel a bit more positive because I'm actually really under the weather. I've been kind of sick since we got here actually.
Yeah, you got hit with some bug, eh?
Yeah, some fun viral thing, so hopefully that passes and I'm a little less dizzy. But in the meantime, this really helps. Because I'm feeling a little bit dreary and looked down. It's like, everything's alright.
Jess is feeling a bit sick. It's probably not the best thing for her to be doing,
I'm a
but
bit dizzy too, which...
a bit dizzy up on a ladder.
Because like, the building's moving for you guys as well, right? No? I've just assumed it's been a constant earthquake since I've been here, to be honest.
But yeah, keep, this is your anchor point.
Yeah.
We'll always keep that firm down. Nicely done.
Most difficult shape.
Whew. Done.
Alright.
I think my neighbour would say, okay. Do you like it? Okay. He came up here. I was like, Tenjo no ga suki desu ka?
What does that mean?
Do you like the ceiling? Do you like the new ceiling? And he just said okay.
And that's high praise.
I don't know. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So Nikita's just putting the tape down approximately in the center of what our eventual mark will be. So if she just goes all the way along like that, it gives us a clean place to draw our line on.
Might need another one here.
473 is about there. The grain almost looks like pencil lines, so it can be really hard to see, especially when you're drawing along with the grain. So this gives us a nice clean slate.
First one's 496.
496. So I'm putting that on 596. And that way I've got a nice clean area here to mark, which is right on the 100. And then we go along every half meter. So going back to how the sheet started, we had this center line. And every half meter along the sheet, we take a measurement both that way and that way. So you can see how this accounts for any irregularities in the wall or the beam. I expected much more than what we've had.
Yeah.
470. Now you would have noticed that we haven't been using a track saw at all. One reason is we don't have one. But the other reason is this wouldn't help. Because it's wriggling, you can't set a straight track onto a wriggly line. So a circular saw is the way to go. And luckily Futoshi-san has provided us with a very nice blade. I think it's 72 tooth blade on a 165 millimeter diameter, which is a lot of teeth, which means less likely to chip. The final moment. The last sheet.
It's a little bit anticlimactic, actually.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Select new itinerary, so outbound Nelson to Tokyo.
We're extending our trip.
Yeah.
The fearsome mukade. Poisonous and venomous?
Yes.
Nikita regrets telling Jess about this because she's been terrified ever since.
That's a little baby one.
The mukade.
You have to kill it. Where's it?
No, I've boiled the kettle.
Oh, look at
Kill
it
it, just
go.
smash it. Just kill it
I
with
should
a
have
wood
left it till the kettle was ready.
Kita, kill it. You
No,
gotta
it won't. It won't die.
Yes, it will. Everything can die.
Sorry, I've trapped it.
I mean, they're an invertebrate, right?
Oh, there it goes. It's heading that way. Oh, it's going through the crack of the concrete. It's gone under the house. It's gone. They make it just for that.
They're...
Look, we put it at the perimeter. Oh, should be right.
They're the symbol for evil in Japan.
Are they?
That's what Google said when I Googled them. I think that's like a strong message. Thank God you didn't touch it. Nikita told me this was the season of them was over.